Hi, it's Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm in Birmingham, Alabama. And we get enough weather in the winter to have the necessity to have our house prepared for cold weather. Whether it's at home or at work, I think some of these tips that I'm about to discuss can be applicable to either home or weather. The primary concerns is whether you have or if you have a loss of heat, power, phone service, or a shortage of supplies. And if the weather, sometimes we get the enough snow, enough bad weather that you are housebound, if you will, for more than a day or two. So please plan ahead. Have a kit together, a winter weather kit. And here's some suggestions. Put in this kit a flashlight with plenty of extra fresh batteries, and each year you need to change out the batteries or at least test them. Have a battery powered weather radio or a portable AM/FM radio. I know that we all rely on our cell phones, but if the power goes out, if you don't have a backup generator, you're going to have to rely on some battery powered sources such as a radio to get your information. Have some extra food and water. Non-perishables. Have some high energy foods like dried fruit, nuts, granola bars, etc., protein bars. Have extra medicine, and if you have small children, have their baby items available. First aid supplies. If you have a space heater that can run on propane, but be very careful, be very knowledgeable about how to run those items. Every year, unfortunately, we read and hear about tragedies that occur in homes because people just don't know how to deal with those items properly, or that there are leaks that create real hazard, life-threatening hazard. Have smoke alarm and fire extinguishers handy. Make sure that you know where your pets are and have plenty of food, water, and shelter for them during the storm time. Make sure your pipes, and this is very important. I have a 100-year-old house, and we have to make plenty of time to deal with the pipes to make sure they're properly insulated. Leaving your cabinet doors open that exposes the pipes to make sure they get a little bit of warmth. Also, your outside pipes, the outlets for the water should be properly covered and insulated. Maybe close off unneeded rooms and place towels, rags in the cracks of doors to help seal in the warmth, keep out the cold. Let faucets drip to prevent the freezing of the pipes, so you don't have a situation where a pipe bursts and then you got real problems. I wouldn't use candles if the electricity goes out, since they can become a fire hazard. If you do use candles, then make sure that there's a responsible adult or someone who is in charge of that can maintain it. Learn, like I said a few minutes ago, and I can't stress this enough, is learn how to properly use the emergency heating sources, such as if you use a fireplace, a wood stove, space heater, etc., because you don't want to go from just trying to deal with a couple of days to having to deal with fires that can occur if attention is not properly given to these things. Make sure that any heating source that you have is ventilated. And lastly, I can say is just use common sense. Particularly in the South, the weather's not going to stay for long periods of time. And I know people get a little antsy, they want to get out, but just use your common sense. Things will calm down, hopefully very soon. This is not an exhaustive list. This is just some helpful tips we hope that you can use when you stay weather safe.